What's going on, folks? Eddie Carrington, mayor of Flux City, and today I'm headed over to the east side to meet up with Lanika, who is the founder of Aura Vibes Movement Studio, as well as Joe Hudak, who works with Infused Architects. And Lanika is actually my tenant. She's going to be inhabiting a certain portion of the ground level commercial, and I'm covering the cost of the architectural renderings for her in order to make sure that this space is designed in a format that she can fully benefit from. And so on top of the architectural renderings that we're providing her, I'm also giving her a decent amount of TI dollars, or tenant improvement monies or allowance, to build her space out, right? It's not going to be enough to cover the full space, but it definitely is a good chunk of cash that hopefully gets her in the right direction. And at the end of the day, this is something that not a lot of developers do, not to the extent that we're doing on my end, right? From the architectural renderings to the ability to have that TI dollar available for a concept such as a movement studio, especially the amount that I'm giving her. I'm not going to say that publicly, but really important to highlight that I do a lot for the partners that I incorporate within these spaces that I'm redeveloping. And so really excited about kind of seeing how her vision fleshes out over time. But with her not having her own studio until now, there is a bit of risk that a developer such as myself takes, and we have to be mindful of that when it comes to the real estate side or when it comes to the development side. But it's always recommended to try to attract a retail tenant that has experience running brick and mortar. But at the end of the day, I am really confident in this tenant and her capabilities. I think she has a lot of promise with regard to her drive, her hustle, the quality of products she provides. I really believe that she's gonna do really well being able to attract the type of clientele she needs to attract in order to cover her expenses and also profit from her skill set. So really excited to see how that overall progresses
one or the other.
over the next roughly 7-8 months.
Sure. So that's essentially Studio 2, from where we're standing to up there to that door. This is all display and reception where we're at here.
So this area, because I'm trying to figure out how this area is.
So I'm gonna zoom in right here. We're essentially standing right here. That would be retail display. Not sure if there's like a reception desk perhaps right here. More display, retail. And then essentially this would be wall from column to wall. This would all be and essentially from this wall will extend. This will be a kind of service utility storage area with basically to about right here. This little bit would be the hallway down, and then it would basically be in this entire corner. Basically come off the corner. I know there's perhaps just a little notch in how we have that entry, but imagine just that cornered off, and that's essentially all Studio 2. Potential access to that hallway that we're right across here. Essentially is kind of the next step. So I think that would inform me if this is needed or not. It's going to be a total option kind of thing.
You got dance aspect of it.
Yeah.
What are we missing?
No, that's pretty much everything. I feel like
But I also had Invest Detroit come by, and they wanted to view the site. They wanted to get a couple of hero shots and B-rolls of me standing in front of my building. And Invest Detroit is a CDF community development financial institution who really did a lot for me with regard to getting this project to the closing table. Not only did they do the RFP for the site, but they also provided a portion of the debt dollars as well as grant funds from the strategic neighborhood funding source that helps projects such as mine get to a point where we're able to close and start construction. And so Eric Thomas with Invest Detroit came out and did a little filming. Had the drone out, and I had these red cameras out. And if anybody knows about those red cameras, these are top-notch, top-shelf pieces of equipment that they were using in order to capture some of the aspects of my development as well as myself.
Right?
Of course. We got the light. We might end up using it as a fuel because of that. Oh, well, let's see what bounce looks like.
I want you to join me here, Sai. What is the focal length?
It's like a 28, 90.
Alright, cool. So you will be.
Yeah.
Joe Rasher.
Right now, this is what I love to see.
Are you going to have them all in this one shot?
I mean, we can get them all in the shot. They're all here. We'll get Brandon. We'll get Eddie. Eddie, I'll have to stay here inside. But I also want a shot where you're standing.
Joe, what's going on? Brandon, what's the word?
What's up, man?
Eddie, what I'm gonna have you do is, when it does do a lift, I want you to follow it up with your eyes, like with your hands.
Cut.
It's kind of hot in my truck. I got the window up for sound reasons, and I don't have any air. And so I think I'm gonna chime out now. And I just appreciate you chiming in with me and following me along with the overall progress, mostly the site on the east side called The Ribbon, but I am really hoping that I can bring more projects to you. And so one of the things that I'm continuously working on is trying to identify other projects to make an impact with and create change within the communities that I hope to develop within on top of East English Village. And so more to come on that, but I appreciate once again you chiming in, and I'll see you next week.